Colossus 9000, Reaper 2000. Let's find out which one is the best fast farming harvester for Farming Simulator 22. How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today is a day that I never thought I would see here playing Farm Sim, because console players now have two choices in fast farming harvesters. Yes, you've got the Reaper 2000 right here. This is by Mac Trucker 921, and you've got the Colossus the 9000 sitting right here. This is by Chris S and Riley S. And what we're going to do is I've got 8 different pieces of criteria that we're going to judge these on and see which one is the best for console players. And the first thing we're going to look at is the file size. Now, this is how much the download actually takes up on your system. For the Reaper 2000, it is 25.92 megabytes. And for the Colossus Harvester, it's 84.11 megabytes. That's more than 3 times as big. Now, there's a very important reason why it's that big. It's not just for nothing. There's a reason for it. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But as far as space goes, I've got to give it to the Reaper. The next piece of criteria we're going to look at is the capacity of the hopper. Now, here on the Reaper 2000, you can see that it's 1.5 million liters. That's insane, guys. I think that's even bigger than DJ Goham has ever put on one of his harvesters. And then you come over to the Lizard Colossus, and this one right here is 1 million liters. Once again, the Reaper wins. The third thing that we're going to look at here today is the horsepower that you get with one of these machines. We're going to start off with the Reaper 2000, and that is going to be 2,050 horsepower, guys. 2,050. That is an astronomical number. For the Colossus 9000, you're going to come in at 1,800. So, once again, the Reaper is taking a clean sweep so far with 3 events. Now it's time to dive a little bit deeper into these machines and see how much customization you have. Well, the really interesting thing is that the Colossus Harvester here, I feel like, has a lot more. Let's go ahead and start here, and then we'll compare the Reaper here in a second. So the configurations here, I've got Colossus. I've got a Colossus Large Unrealistic 3. That's my million-liter capacity. I've also got a 500,000, a 250,000, a 19,000, a 72,600, and I've got a 30,900. That's, guys, that is like so many different options. It doesn't matter how big or how small your farm is, you're going to have a hopper that matches up. And that also means that you can play kind of a little bit unrealistic, but not like crazy at like 1 million, right? Engine setups, you've got a 900 horsepower and you've got a 1,500 horsepower. The important thing to look here is that it changes your miles per hour also. All right. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. So all the way up to 1,800 horsepower. So 3 different versions there. Wheel brands, you've got a ton. Go all the way through here. But the really cool thing is you got tracks, you've got regular big floater tires, you've got triples on this thing, all kinds of different stuff. And if we come over here to our Nokian tires, you can see that we've got some really, really cool ones here as well. I mean, look at these things. Ground King XL. Now, you've also got different warning signs, right? Your beacons, all kinds of stuff. Window tint, main color, design color, frame color, rim color. You got 4 different color options on this thing. Now, here we are looking at the Reaper 2000 on capacity. You can see that it starts out at 14,400. Then it immediately goes to 250,000, 500,000, 750,000, 1 million, and 1.5 million. You don't have any of those smaller capacities. It's like we give you base or we're going to give you everything. Engine setups, you've got 825 horsepower, 1,520 horsepower, or 2,050 horsepower. Once again, 3 different horsepowers here. We've already talked about that. The Reaper here has the highest. Wheel brands, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vatterstein, and Nokian, and Lizard. This one, oh yes, you get tank tracks with the Lizard right here. This thing is awesome. Now, another cool part about this, you've got the unit numbers decal. So if you've got more than one harvester, you can go all the way up to 9 on this. Now, number decals, you can get the different colors right here, black or white. Your brands, this is an interesting thing. You could put any brand on this thing that you'd like, right? You got your Lizard, you've got Case, you got Massey, you've got Fent, you've got Challenger. Grimmy, it's up there in the top above the Reaper, and then you've got none. All right, so that's a really cool part about this one. Strobe options, yes. Windows, you got some all kinds of tints. Reaper body decals. Now, this is something very unique to this one. You've got some really cool graphics right here. You've got the funny little Reaper. You've got a purple version of it. You've got a flying one where it's actually harvesting with a sickle or a scythe. And then you've got this bad boy right here. So that's all of them. That's a really cool touch. Now, here you've got different options for your colors as well. 5 of them, but 2 of them are inside. So really, you only have 3 different color options, 2 on the body instead of 3 like the other one. It's a close call, but for me, I'm going to have to give this one to the Colossus 9000 because you don't have to go immediately up to those big capacities. You could stay kind of medium range at that 30,000 level or even the 70, in the 70s. And that way you're still having to do some work, but it's not as often. I mean, 1.5 million liters. I mean, that is going to take you a very long time to fill up. Doesn't matter what crop you're doing. Now, the 5th item that I want to take a look at here today is going to be your top speed. Now, this is going to be driving from field to field or on the roads, not your working speed. We're going to look at that here in just a second. Your driving top speed for your Reaper 2000 is going to be 29 miles an hour. As far as your Colossus 9000 goes, it's 77. Yes, 77. You're 2.5 times faster with this one than you are with this one. Now, if you're playing on a 2x map, is it really going to matter how fast you get from one corner to the next in a map? I mean, maybe not. And to go along with your top driving speed, next we're going to take a look at your top working speed. Now, the really interesting thing about the Reaper is that it only goes 29 miles an hour. That's as fast as you're going to be able to get this thing out in the field. And the reason is because it doesn't come with any headers. You have to use other mods, and some mods do, and some mods don't allow you to go faster. So if we're not looking at this mod right here, we're not going to count anything associated with this mod, okay? With the 9000. Only the Reaper and everything else on Moddum. What do you have? Well, you've got tool height control for headers, which is going to let you go as fast as the vehicle will go. The problem is the vehicle only goes 29 miles an hour, so that means you're only going to be able to harvest at 29 miles an hour. Now, as far as the Colossus 9000 goes, if we look at it by itself without anything else, yeah, you're going to be able to harvest at 60 miles an hour. And the way you're going to be able to do that is you've got to get this header right here. Okay, the ones that say 60 miles an hour down here at the bottom, you can see that there's also a 10 mile an hour option as well. But this one right here, 60 miles an hour, you've also got it on a corn header, and you've also got it on a draper header. So 3 different headers are going to allow you to go 60 miles an hour. So for the top working speed, I'm going to have to give it to the Colossus. And that's the next thing that I wanted to take a look at is the header options. Like I said, the Reaper doesn't have anything at all. And here on the Colossus, you've got the 10 mile an hour and the 60 mile an hour and 3 different versions. You've got 2 of them for regular grains, and you've got 1 for corn and sunflowers. So, I mean, the Colossus definitely wins on that one. And the last thing that I want to take a look at here today is the amount of bonus equipment that you get with these mods. Well, the Reaper 2000, you get nothing. You have this harvester, and that's it. The Colossus 9000, oh, this is just the start. If we take a look here in the store and we go across, you can see that you also have a root harvester. The Colossus root harvester, this thing is insane. You've also got headers with it. You can go 10 miles an hour or 46 miles an hour with potatoes or even sugar beets. And that's not all, folks. There's also a cotton harvester right here. Now, this version only goes 8 miles an hour working speed, 22 miles an hour on the road. This one here, it says 23 miles an hour on the roads, but that's not right. Your working speed is 40 miles an hour on this one right here, guys. Makes regular 10,000 liter bales. Guys, you gotta have this along with everything else. So this is the reason why the file size is so much larger, is because you get so many other bonus pieces of equipment with this mod. So that means that your Colossus right here wins in that category as well. So it was a close battle, but the winner is the Colossus because you can go faster and you get more stuff. Guys, the Reaper is a really awesome one. Believe me, I love that it's a Case IH. I really want to have a fast farming Case IH on my farm, but I don't know if 29 miles an hour is going to be enough for me. I mean, there's literally no way to get it faster than that. And if I can go literally twice that fast with this one right here, I'm sorry, but why would I use this one? I mean, I'm all about going fast and crashing a lot, so it's got to be 60 miles an hour. It has to be. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up if you would. If you want to stay up to date on all my future testing videos here on the channel. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you would. If you want to stay up to date on my mod showcase videos here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell too. And while you're waiting on those future videos, go ahead and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.